Welcome to Chicago.
SportstownChicago.com.
O'Hare.
Broadcasting live from Sportstown, Chicago.
Broadcast home for your Windy City Bulls and Chicago Dogs.
We're in a league of our own. Now, here's your SportstownChicago.com update.
It is 12:31, and I'm Ernie Krause with your SportstownChicago.com update powered by the Illinois Media School. If interested in a career in media, go to beonair.com. In college football last night, number 1 Indiana beat number 10 Miami 27-21 to win their first ever national championship at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Hoosiers quarterback Fernando Mendoza and defensive end Mikhail Kamara were both named players of the game, and coach Kirk Cignetti finally smiled. In baseball news for the Cubs, Chris Bryant was MIA from this weekend's Cub convention for the 10th anniversary of the 2016 World Series team, with initial rumors circulating that the Rockies prevented him from going. Meanwhile, the Phillies and Tigers allowed Kyle Schwarber and Javi Baez to stop by. Rockies have denied the claim, and no additional details have been presented as of yet. In White Sox news, outfielder Michael A. Taylor announced his retirement, while outfielder Mike Tauchman has hit free agency. Meanwhile, other teams are making calls for outfielder Luis Robert Jr. In NFL news, the AFC Championship game between the Broncos and Patriots in Denver will be at 2 o'clock on CBS and Paramount+, followed by the NFC Championship game between the Seahawks and Rams in Seattle at 5:30 on Fox. For Bulls news, Bulls are back in action tonight at the United Center at 7 o'clock against the LA Clippers on CHSN. Blackhawks news, Blackhawks shut out the Jets 2-0 last night to improve to 20-22-7 in Jonathan Tay's return to Chicago. Jason Dickinson and Connor Bedard scored both of the Hawks' goals. Hawks travel to Raleigh for a Thursday night matchup against the Hurricanes at 6 on ESPN+. For college hoops, local news, Loyola's on the road against St. Bonaventure tonight at 6 on ESPN+. Butler's also on the road. DePaul is also on the road against Butler tonight at 6:30 on True TV. And Northern plays Ohio tonight at 6 on ESPN+. Illinois is back in action tomorrow night against Maryland on Big Ten Network, as well as Northwestern against USC.
Good morning.
This is Scoreboard Therapy
Back out to Allen. History runner.
with Josh, Drew,
Too big, too strong, too fast, too good.
and Ernie.
We will be perfect.
Let's go!
All right. What's going on? This is Scoreboard Therapy, and I'm your host, Joshua Williams, and I'm here with all my, co-hosts. We got me to my left.
Nick Stevenson.
We got,
Ernie Krause.
and we got,
Drew Thomas.
and we are going to be talking about, as you've seen by here in another clip, we're going to be talking about Indiana winning their first national championship for football. Football, by the way, out of all sports is football. It's crazy to see how they just switched their organization around in such a quick period of time to be able to get their first one. Mendoza was the Heisman, of course, and they just finished off their season 16-0, meaning they didn't lose to no team. It's crazy how they just switched gears and just became this powerhouse for a football team. I just wanted to know everybody's thoughts on how they won, and just are they the new powerhouse for football? I'm gonna start off with Drew.
I mean, and that's the real thing. Being a powerhouse in football and creating a legacy. Are we seeing a legacy with this Indiana team? Their head coach, man never smiles. But we are seeing a powerhouse in the making, and they're already getting the next top recruits coming in, and can they just keep this legacy going now to be able to, in the words of in the same realm of Alabama, Georgia, just some of these schools have been powerhouses for so long, Ohio State. And and they're in the Big Ten. So
Right.
Ohio State is not going to want to meet them for these next few years.
Oh, no kidding. I think they will be dominant. Now, obviously, next year they're going to have someone else under center since Mendoza has declared for the draft and will probably be going to Las Vegas for that. I do see a bright future for the Hoosiers. They are definitely going to be the team to beat. I see Kirk Cignetti as the new age Nick Saban, which maybe helps that Indiana and Alabama have the exact same color scheme, almost like a a proper transition. Now we'll just be sick of crimson and white in a different way, but I do see a bright future ahead for this program that up until this point has done nothing. Nothing. Indiana was always a school that you went to for basketball. This was a school known for Bob Knight, Isaiah Thomas, Eric Gordon, and football. I mean, they had Antoine Randall. That's really about it, but this is definitely a new age of Indiana football, and it really cements the Big Ten as the premier college football conference, especially since this is the third year in a row where a Big Ten team has won, followed by Michigan and Ohio State the previous 2 years.
Man, I want to get your thoughts on like how you feel about Indiana winning too.
Oh, man.
I want to leave you out.
Hey, Nick here, chilling. As a Michigan man, I was happy to see the Big Ten win another national title. But I'm kind of sad that Michigan's record as being a 15-0 national title was now surpassed by a 16-0 Indiana team. Kurt Cignetti building this team into a national title winner in 2 years. I think we're seeing the combination of the transfer portal and NILs and the spread of talent and the ability of Kurt Cignetti to get guys from around the country to gel together and play for the team, play for the idea of football, play for the idea of being part of something bigger than yourselves. And he got every single guy in that locker room to sell out into this idea. And parents, people, players, they're going to want to go to this school now because he's developing talent. And when you have a coach that knows how to develop talent, whew, man, he's going to be on everybody's board list of even Herb Street was saying on the thing that people were calling. They were like, "Oh, hey, NFL people are like, man, tell me about Cignetti. What's up with this guy? How has he been able to do this? I don't know how he did it. If he could do it, I'd be a football coach. But I think they're going to be contenders looking forward."
Okay. Yeah, man. I don't know. And even the game, like watching the game, like at first it was just really a defensive matchup. Like they just kept going back and forth, getting stop after stop. And then the second half, and the gear switch, they started throwing. Mendoza started creating offense, man. They just, I don't know, it was like this flip switch. Even like Miami started scoring, like Carson Beck was scoring. But what really died it down was that pick. That pick is where it's like, oh yeah, it was solidified that Indiana was going to win the thing when they got the pick. So that just showed to me everything I need to see. Like their defense, man, their defensive line, special defensive lines. Special. They got corners, they got safety, they got everything you need in a defense to win. So even moving forward, like Mendoza going to loss to the Raiders, and even his brother just announced that he's going to the transfer portal, so he's not going to be there. Even if they get a QB through the draft, I think Cignetti's still gonna, still gonna ignite a fire in him, and they could possibly run it back. Who knows? I don't know. They could definitely run it back.
Absolutely.
I mean, Mendoza, there was this play by him at closer to the end of the game. I mean, let's hear it now.
Got to get to the 8. He's going to take off and run. Mendoza wins his way first and go diving toward the end zone. Touchdown!
I mean, that play alone. I mean, I don't know, as a fan of football in general, who doesn't want that guy on their team?
It absolutely sums the team up too.
Yeah, the plays he was able to make. I mean, I saw he got hit. Didn't he have a bloody mouth during the game?
Yeah, yes, he did. Yeah.
His arm was
leaking.
so messed up.
He was leaking.
God.
I wasn't a Mendoza believer. I'll put it that way to start. But after watching a game like that, Raiders, I don't know if it'll pay off on the Raiders because that team and that organization,
they need a lot of help in basically every single position.
First of all, they need an O-line to protect him.
He's got
all they got is Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty. They have no receivers, no O-line. Their defense is god awful. No line. They got I couldn't name you somebody that plays good defensively. I couldn't name you anyone. So
I know. At least Miami had Fletcher. If they didn't have Fletcher running them touchdowns, I think we got a clip of the Miami touchdown in there. I don't know if we got it, but either way, Fletcher was doing good. And I don't know, marred by a little controversy after the game. Did you see that he punched Indiana player, they were getting really into it.
Yeah, it did get chippy, but you know what? That's a national championship game for you. It's supposed to be the two best teams going up against each other.
And they let them play, too. You know, they were hand fighting and
Yeah.
they were jersey grabbing
Yeah,
and tugging.
of this postseason, this was definitely easily Indiana's closest game because all the other ones they were over after the first half.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially the Oregon game. That shocked me, bro.
Oh God, yes.
He had them locked. They were in a box damn near the whole game. And then them coming, well, obviously, I had them beating Alabama. They weren't losing Alabama. But the Oregon game was like, well,
Yeah,
it's
no,
the
those
number one
were
QB,
belt to rear.
number 1 QB versus number 2 QB. And then it's like, I think that forced Dante Moore to go back one more year.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
He had one. He would have went straight. He would have went straight to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If he would have went one, because respectfully, people would rather play for the Raiders than the Jets. Let's be real. So like,
Yeah.
obviously, it's like they can't draft their second pure quarterback because he's coming back another year, unless you try to draft like Chambliss, which is stupid. So I don't know. I don't know what the Jets are going to do with that, but that's just another topic for another day. But I don't know. Mendoza, he's pretty solid. I think like he has his own like his moments. So, but yeah, though, coming up next, we're gonna talk about. Coming up next, does Bo Nix being out affect the Broncos versus the Patriots, and does Zach being out for the Seahawks affect the Seahawks versus the Rams? You'll find out soon on Scoreboard Therapy. Sunday, May 8th, Chief Mother Like Royalty board an Odyssey cruise. Experience a lavish Mother's Day brunch on early dinner cruise, spectacular views of the Chicago skyline, live entertainment, great food and fun. But hurry, our Mother's Day cruise is selling out fast. For admission or information on Mother's Day and other cruising events, go to odysseycruise.com or 866-305-2469. Create lasting memory and celebrate Mother's Day special Mother's Day cruise on Odyssey Cruise, 866-305-2469 or odysseycruises.com.
Looking for a great bargain? Want to find cool collectibles? Need to get fresh fruit and vegetables for the family? Come on down to Swaparama. 3 great locations, 42nd and Ashland in Chicago, Melrose Park and Alsip, with hundreds of indoor and outdoor vendors selling clothing, tools, electronics, and much, much more.
Holy cow!
Have stuff for sale? Become a Swaparama vendor and turn your hidden treasure into cash. Visit their website for market days, hours, and vendor information. Go to swap-o-rama.com. Swaparama, the first name in flea markets.
Did you know that Club New in Aurora is the ultimate entertainment complex? Monday night, it's free football and darts in the sports bar. Tuesday night is league night. Join the pool or darts teams. Wednesday night is ladies' night at Club New. All ladies get in free. Gentlemen pay $5 cover after 9 p.m. Thursday night, start the weekend off right with college flashback night. Low price drinks, retro music, and an awesome buffet. Friday and Saturday night, it's the hottest dance club in the suburbs. Club New Nightclub and Sports Bar is located at 2121 New York Street in Aurora.
Sit back and relax on your couch because we're here with Scoreboard Therapy.
Never been a thicker pressure moment to send the Rams to the championship game. Mavis with 42 online, and it's good. And the Los Angeles Rams go to the championship game. And here we go. It's Rashid Shaheed. With the steam, Shaheed breaks through. Still going. A flag flies. Shaheed's going to take it all the way. Let's see if it stands. Anderson coming off the edge. May steps into it, takes a shot downfield, and caught for the touchdown. Kayshon Boutte to the championship game. Here it is on the way. The Denver Broncos have won it in overtime.
All right, so obviously, as you see by the clips, a lot of good games, especially the Bills and Broncos game. That was a really good game. But we did find out news that Bo Nix hurt his ankle and will be out for the rest of the playoffs. So that, to me, of course, that affects them because now they're not winning. They had a chance of winning with Bo Nix, but now the stadium's in, it doesn't really matter. It's really the Pats. If Pats have a free entry to the Super Bowl, so I feel like that one's like self-explanatory. But for the Seahawks, it could affect the Rams game because of the simple fact that whenever Kenneth Walker, they run like a two-man running back. So whenever Kenneth Walker sits out, something like that, they do rely on Zach, and he does perform. So maybe they stop running. They don't run as much, and they rely on their receivers like JSN or something like that. I don't know, but I just wanted to know what y'all thoughts are on, the AFC. First, we're gonna do the AFC. We're gonna do AFC Championship game. We got Pats, Broncos. Who y'all got? It's clear. I think it's clearly Pats, but who y'all got? Who y'all got? I think it's clearly Pats.
Oh boy.
Oh, you're gonna say something else, aren't you?
Now I still want the Broncos again. Also, last week I told you guys the Broncos were gonna,
Yeah, you definitely said you were gonna win.
I did win that one, but
sure.
You did.
Now with no Bo Nix, it's just that team, and I mean Sean Payton has been that team is good, and Sean Payton has been coaching them up all season. I see what's the quarterback's name?
Jared Stidham.
Yeah, Jared Stidham. I mean, he's going to throw 2 picks. It's no
sure. At the very least.
Yeah, at least he's going to have 2 turnovers, fumbles, picks, however it goes. Now, on my end, I just think how much can they stop Drake May on defense? If they keep them within 2 scores, I think Broncos have a chance. If it gets to 3 to 4 scores, I don't see the Broncos offense being because of the backup QB being able to stand or be able to hang in there. Sadly, I'm going to have to go Patriots.
Yeah, I'll just get out of the way. I think Patriots as well. Now, putting Jared Stidham in, the best thing that you can do when you have a backup quarterback in, because Jared Stidham is not Nick Foles. Let's be honest. There's a reason he is a career backup. Now, I can already see how the Broncos are going to play it. They're going to do the run game for most of it. They're just going to have Jared Stidham hand the ball off and maybe do some passes, because I guess the advantage is that, the Patriots don't have any tape on Stidham, so they don't know what to expect. But yeah, I know, but that's all you can really expect from them. Now, yeah, the highlight will be, how does this Denver defense take on Drake May? I think they will put up a good fight against May. It's definitely going to be all defense for Denver, and maybe that will be enough. Who knows? Because, let's be real. The Patriots have had a cupcake schedule for the entire regular season, and even into the playoffs. Herbert never performs well in the playoffs anyways, and Texans have never made it to an AFC championship game, period. So, yeah, if the Patriots do make it to the Super Bowl, that'll be the highlight of their season.
All right, my friends, I definitely got to go along with this. I'm not a considered fair weather fan in this instant. There's no way that the Patriots lose this game to Denver with Bo Nix being hurt. I mean, even with their regular stats, the opponents put up 30 points per game, so far. Let's actually look at the regular season. So they're putting up around 18 points per game. And I think that if you want to win this game, the defense is going to have to win this game. The defense is going to have to I think they're going to have to win the turnover battle by at least 2. And like we were saying earlier, he's definitely going to throw an interception or 2 or fumble it or do something that is, attributed to the fact that he doesn't have the experience or the, he's just in over his head and kind of thrown in. Or maybe this is kind of a little bit better because there's no way before this game happened that in his mind he's like, I might be playing in one of these games, right? That's worst case scenario for a team going to play a game to get into the Super Bowl. Oh, it's just so heartbreaking to get so close and then feel like your hopes are dashed in that sense of the word. But hey, they're going to be, they're in Denver, right? They're in the Mile High City. So, in the home crowd, anything can happen. They might be, waft a little bit of weed into that tunnel, maybe get them all thinking weird. So
it is legal in Colorado.
That's what I'm saying. But besides
could you imagine the Pats somehow losing this game? Could you imagine
that has to be one of the most devastating
what
losses.
That would mean?
Do you want that? Do you guys want that to happen?
Respectfully,
I want that to
I
happen.
will
I ain't gonna lie,
laugh.
bro. Drake May is
Drake May
is my runner-up for MVP. So I just think it's funny if they do lose that because everybody expect them to lose. It's pretty much like, and if they do lose, it's pretty much the Broncos like coming back after 10 years because the last time they made the Super Bowl was 2015.
So what do you guys want the Super Bowl to be?
My Super Bowl was Bills Rams. So I obviously Bills lost. So it's like if the Broncos make it, it's kind of like, well, I don't care. I don't really care who wins. Obviously the Patriots like it. To me, it's like I love Stephon Diggs. So like getting himself one would be nice for me to see because I like the Bills.
Has he won a Super Bowl yet?
No.
Stephon Diggs hasn't.
No, he hasn't.
So that would be nice. And then for the other side, obviously Seahawks. I ain't gonna lie, bro. JSN is super talented. Sam Darnold, been bouncing around. For him to get him one, it would solidify him as one of the best like comeback stories ever. Yeah, so that would be amazing,
Absolutely.
amazing. And then if the Rams win, for Stafford to get 2 in 4 years, oh brother, like that would be just like okay, we get conversations. He's damn near top 10. So there's a lot of conversations to be made with whoever wins. I want Rams. Obviously, I want Rams to win. Like I want them to like Super Bowl. So it's to me, Rams is who I have coming out the NFC. Even if they play the Seahawks, I think they're gonna beat the Seahawks. It's just the AFC. It's kind of like I don't care who wins, but if the Broncos was to win, that'd be cool. It would be. I'd rather the Broncos than the Patriots. I'm tired of the Patriots. I don't want another dynasty. How the dynasty was back in like 2010. I'm okay. I'm cool. I'm so cool with that.
If the Patriots make the playoffs, are you okay if Tom Brady makes the call on the game?
See, that would hit me even harder.
Thank God it's on NBC this
Bro,
year.
I ain't gonna lie. To be honest with you, I don't
God.
care. There's no chance. Because every time he messed up against my Giants, he lost. So
of course, the downside is now here's a guy. We're going to be hearing that a lot this Super Bowl.
That's great. I don't want the Rams as a Detroit man seeing Stafford go and then win 2 Super Bowls. Oh God! And then seeing you guys in Chicago take our offensive coordinator and almost get so far. Oh God!
Oh, the life of a Lions fan.
Oh, sorry, Drew. Go ahead.
No, I think Seahawks Patriots would give you your best Super Bowl game. The Super Bowl game. I just think.
Bro, that's like 2014 all over again.
I mean that. And
this time they run the ball. With Kenneth Walker with Kenneth Walker, the next time they run the ball with Kenneth Walker, they're gonna win the game.
Or just tush push.
Just the entire game.
There it is.
The entire game.
I don't know. I think that would be that or Stafford, and then Stafford. I feel like you almost have to say is the most under. I want to say most underrated good QB.
No cap. If they win, I could generally see conversation with Stafford's top 10 QB of all time.
He's already in MVP talk.
No cap. I can see him in conversation.
That's quite the statement.
Look at his stats. He's up there, man.
I could definitely see him being in the conversation if he wins top 10.
Stafford definitely has the advantage in this game that he has experience. Like he's got not just playoff experience, but he's played in the NFC Championship game before, and he's already been to a Super Bowl. Whereas Sam Darnold, like this is only his second time ever in the playoffs, and the team is super strong. But they split the season series against the Rams, and the last game that was played between these two teams was game of the year, easily game of the year. Even though I hate Thursday night football, but that's another topic. Stafford definitely has the advantage that he's got experience, but I think Seattle overpowers them. They are just too damn good. They are just on both sides of the ball. Yeah, I know they lost Charbonnet, but I think everything else about that offense more than makes up for it.
Okay, so you know what I'm saying? LeBron James was not named the NBA's All-Star for the first time in 21 years. Did the voters make a mistake, or were they correct? We'll talk more about that coming up soon on Scoreboard Therapy.
Did you know that Club New in Aurora is the ultimate entertainment complex? Monday nights, it's free football and darts in the sports ball. Tuesday night is league night. Join the pool or darts teams. Wednesday night is ladies' night at Club New. All ladies get in free. Gentlemen pay $5 cover after 9 p.m. Thursday night, start the weekend off right with college flashback night. Low price drinks, retro music, and an awesome buffet. Friday and Saturday night, it's the hottest dance club in the suburbs. Club New Nightclub and Sports Bar is located at 2121 New York Street in Aurora.
Big Apple Bagels at the corner of Jefferson and Exeter says, get fresh with us. Stop in for 3 free bagels. Just mention you heard it on the radio. Big Apple Bagels says, sample the Oreo cookie bagels or the Oreo cookie and cream cheese, as well as delicious pumpkin cream cheese. Try Booster Gourmet Coffee, along with big, soft, chewy bagels at the Big Apple Bagels. Open 6 to 6, Monday through Friday, 7 to 5 Saturday, and 7 to 2 on Sunday for your convenience. Go to BigAppleBagels.com and punch out a coupon for 3 free bagels. Big Apple Bagels at corner of Jefferson and Essington in Joliet.
Looking for a great bargain? Want to find cool collectibles? Need to get fresh fruit and vegetables for the family? Come on down to Swaparama. 3 great locations, 42nd and Ashland in Chicago, Melrose Park, and Allsip, with hundreds of indoor and outdoor vendors selling clothing, tools, electronics, and much, much more.
Holy cow.
Have stuff for sale? Become a Swaparama vendor and turn your hidden treasure into cash. Visit their website for market days, hours, and vendor information. Go to swap-o-rama.com. Swaparama, the first name in flea markets.
Back to your home for sports.
Here's your SportsTownChicago.com update.
At 12:56, this is Drew Thomas with Sportstown Chicago. If interested in career media, go to beonair.com. Indiana University wins the national championship for college football in a nail-biter last night, 27-21, against the University of Miami. Hoosier Nation wins its first national championship ever, and Fernando Mendoza was the QB, and he was so emotional last night in the game that we got. And then he also won the Heisman this year. To the NFL, we have the Patriots heading to take on the Broncos Sunday at 2 p.m. on CBS and Paramount Plus. Broncos are 5.5-point underdogs at home for the AFC Championship. For the NFC, the Rams versus the Seahawks Sunday on Fox at 5:30. Seahawks are 2.5-point favorites. 2 teams found defensive coordinators as head coaches. Dolphins hire former Packers Jeff Hafley as head coach, and Robert Saleh was hired as the Titans head coach who was with the 49ers last year. Bulls and Blackhawks both have the same record at 20-22, so we'll see we'll see if on the hardwood tonight the Bulls can be the first team to get to 21 wins. They'll be taking on the Clippers at the United Center at 7 p.m. on CHSN. Connor Bedard and Jason Dickinson both scored last night for the Blackhawks to beat the Jets 2-0. Next puck drop will be Thursday against the Hurricanes. You can catch that game on Hulu and ESPN+. Michael A. Taylor retired from the White Sox, and Mike Tauchman became a free agent, as the White Sox will now have to fill in that outfield position. This has been your SportsTownChicago.com update, powered by the Illinois Media School. If interested in a career media, please go to beonair.com.
Sit back and relax on your couch, because we're here with Scoreboard Therapy.
Therapy. What were we talking about? The all-star starters for the West and East. No LeBron, which I'm actually like for the first time in my life. I agree with that because he didn't deserve it. Yeah. So the East came out to be Cade Cunningham, Tyrese Maxey, Jaylen Brown, Giannis, and then it came out to be who else was in that conversation? It was damn, I forgot already. Okay, so Cade, Maxey, Brunson, Cade, Maxey, Brunson. I forgot Brunson. Cade, Maxey, Brunson. And then it was Giannis and JB. I like it, even though I feel like Giannis, like being the only big guy on that team, I ain't gonna lie, the West is gonna kill him. And then the West being Luka, Shea, Curry, Wemby, Jokic. I agree. The only thing that I could have said for that side was maybe if they add Anthony Edwards in there, but I feel like Curry played really good enough for him to state his case. So I agree with the list. It just shows that the NBA has become so like positionless. It's a positionless game. Like obviously the positions don't matter anymore. So that's kind of my thoughts on it. But I want to know what your thoughts are on it. LeBron not making it because obviously he's been there for the past like 21 years. So that's kind of crazy. How you guys been in there? But.
I'm a big LeBron hater, so I'm okay with this.
We're in the same boat.
That is all I have to say about that. I mean,
same boat.
Oh God, when will he retire?
It's coming up, probably like the year or two. He's waiting for his other son to get in the league.
That was his whole thing, right? He's like, "Oh, I want to play with my kid," or "I want."
Yeah, he's waiting for Bryce.
Yeah, South Bay Lakers legend Bronny James Jr.
Which is kind of just like interesting, right? You're like, Okay. Do I think that he should be on the All-Star team? No, because it's the All-Star team. You're supposed to deserve it. Look, when I played, baseball growing up, I didn't play as far as Drew did, right? But I tell you what, when my dad was a coach and the politics came down to voting for the All-Star team, and people got on the All-Star team just because of how popular they were or who they knew, instead of how good you are. The NBA, like you said, it's already a positional sport. It's a game of big characters and even bigger egos. And I think that LeBron James has just almost worn his welcome a little bit, when it comes down to how he acts. But a monkey wrench could be thrown into the mix. That can't he still be chosen as an all-star reserve if he's chosen by a coach?
Yeah, he's gonna be an all-star reserve.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like. I just hope, and nobody brings him up. I just hope Danny Avdia is selected. He's been playing really well. It's just that the Trailblazers aren't that good, so they're not gonna really show him. But Danny Avdia needs to be there. LeBron needs to be there. Ant needs to be for the West. Ant needs to be there. KD. Gotta show out to KD. And then the rest, I could care less about the rest.
I like Victor Wembanyama. I think he's pretty cool.
He's starting, so it's kind of like, he's starting. He'll be there in the conversation. He's starting. I just hope I hope Danny Avdia gets his love. That's all I care about, at least for the West. The East is different because Spider didn't make it. People thought Donovan Mitchell should have made it. I think Donovan Mitchell's a reserve. Cool. I hope Cat makes it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of players that I hope they get their love. I hope Evan Mobley makes it. I hope he gets his love. Probably not, but it's just depending on how coaches, because coaches see the game different from how fans see it. Because fans see it as oh well, he's the best known player. We don't put him in there because he's known. We don't care. Oh, if you're not good. Remember that one year that Zaza Pachulia got entered in because of how popular he was, even though he damn near averaged 4 points per game. I don't like the NBA All-Star voting in terms of fans. It just ruins the game. They just pick players that they know. They don't pick players who are actually performing.
They kind of like how baseball, you just vote for your players.
Same thing.
Pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I think it's kind of weird that so if we look at this lineup,
right?
At least for the starters' sake, we have Luka, Curry, Shai, Joker, and Wembanyama, and Wembanyama and Joker centers. We would all agree, right?
Yep. Right.
Yep. Okay, and then if we go to the Eastern Conference, Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Jaylen Brown, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I like the list.
So where's the center on the East?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
there's no position list because I was thinking maybe they put Cat in there because he's the center, but there's no Cat, so I guess they're making Giannis the center, which is weird. But they have two centers on the West, and Jokic and Wemby. Wemby's 7'4", and Jokic is 7 feet. What are we talking about? That's unfair.
I get Giannis is basically a small forward.
Yeah, pretty much.
You start off as a small forward.
The people that put these lineups together, you would think that they just never watched basketball before, honestly.
And then again, that's what Josh is almost saying is does it matter for all-star games? And this is where I would want your take. Does it matter hey, you are the best point guard, you're in the all-star game? Or does it matter if you're just oh, hey, we have 5 really good point guards. Let's put them over the best shooting guard or the best center. Is there a lack of centers being difference makers?
Yes,
we know
there's a lack of centers in the East. There's not a lack of center in the West because in the West you have Sengun, you have Wemby, you have Jokic, you have a lot of talent. In the East, you would have Embiid, but Embiid is always battling injuries, so it's kind of like Embiid or Cat. Or I kid you not, they're gonna add eventually Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren he's not even in the conversation with the other two, but because there's not enough centers in the East, they have to put him in that conversation. It's really just a 2-man race. It's a 2-man race damn near every year with those two. And just because Embiid is there, it's really just Cat and Cat only. So it's kind of there is no center love in the East. There will be no center love in the East unless they trade centers to the East. So, yeah.
With the voting for this, you'd think they would have players divided by their position.
That's how it was last year. That's why Cat got the nod.
So why not do it this year? Why stop that?
That's why Cat was an all-star starter last year because he was the center.
So why stop that?
I don't know. They're just going because they do it. Because Cade, this is why. Because Cade Cunningham is so damn good. Yes. He's so damn good, and the Pistons are number 1 seed that they said, you know what? Let's put 3 point guards in there because you know Brunson was going to make it because it's Brunson. Max is gonna make it because he's top 3 in scoring. So they're like, you know what? Let's put Cade in there. He's 6'7", and let's put he can kind of as a small forward. Again, positionless basketball. And JB, the best to me, he's the second best two-way player in the NBA besides Giannis. So why not put him in there?
And they just beat the Celtics last night.
They just beat the Celtics last night because Jaylen Brown missed a game-winning shot. That was a close game. That was a great game. That was an absolutely electric game. It proves why the Pistons are the best team in the East.
I mean, I guess the NBA has just shifted to like positionless basketball in general because I'm looking at some of they have the results for voting results and like Michael Porter Jr. He's an Eastern guy, but and I'm like, wait, guess what?
He should be nominated too.
But he's what 6'9", shooting guard,
small forward.
So it's like, okay, he's not a center. Doesn't play any defense. So
doesn't play defense, but he's gonna be in there. I bet they're gonna put him in there because he's so good. He's averaging 20 plus points per 26 points per game.
Brandon Ingram, another guy, about 6'8". Brandon Ingram.
Scotty Barnes too. Yeah. Both of them should be in that conversation. But we'll see.
None of those guys are centers, and that's why.
Right.
I feel
you got Scotty as a power forward, but Scotty is 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah, I feel like that's why almost the West. I mean,
they're gonna kill him.
Now one.
This is why I think they should do USA versus the world.
I do like that idea.
That's so much perfect because
just
a lot of
a take on NHL 4 Nations.
There's especially this year because there's so many talent that's foreign. Like, could you imagine? Like the starting lineup for the world scares me, bro. Luka, Shea, Jokic, Wemby. That's scary. That alone, those 4. I don't even have to name a number 5.
It is pretty terrifying.
That scares me alone, bro. And that's by the way, that's literally the starting lineup for the All-Star game. 4 foreigners and one USA person.
Yeah, just in the starters alone.
So kidding.
That's scary.
Maxey, Brunson, Brown. Okay.
At least for the East is USA, and then you got Giannis. Yeah. For the West, you got USA and then Curry. You got the world and Curry.
Which Curry can put the world on his back.
Like he did. He did.
He put the world on his back in the Olympics.
In the Olympics, oh my God, the Olympics was crazy. He put the world on his back in the Olympics. The shooting performance he had, especially against who did they play? It was the game before they played France. He was.
There's 3 teams in the All-Star game this year.
Yeah, they're doing like the 4. Well, 3 and 4 because they're having like the rookies and the sophomores as a team.
Yeah.
So they've probably like Cooper. Because what was it? What is it? It's 2024 class. So like probably like obviously like Cooper's gonna be in there. Like obviously Cooper's gonna be in there.
The selected starters will be mixed among 3 All-Star teams, 2 comprised of players from the U.S. and a third of international players. Those teams will compete in a round-robin tournament leading to a champion in a new All-Star game format. Interesting.
The last year one was pretty decent. Like it wasn't crazy. It was pretty decent. Like,
do you think the NBA is one of the best All-Star, type experiences, or do you think
absolutely not?
It used to be.
No.
I think baseball is pretty good.
Hell no.
It used to be. It used
back in the day when they tried, back in the day, like the 2000s, from 2000 to like, I kid you not, the last good one to me was 2020 because the passing of Kobe, and then they tried because of the donation and the money. They actually tried, so like that was the last good one. But before that, it was like 2016. From 20 to 2016, elite. Like they actually started caring for the game. Now it's kind of like they changed the format year after year, and then they just try to find a way to make the game interesting. What they need to do to make the game more interesting, they need to implement a one-on-one system. If they implement a one-on-one tournament in the All-Star game,
that's pretty.
That would be cool. Actually,
I like that.
That would make the game so much more interesting. I want that. We need that.
Maybe it would encourage people to play more defense.
There should be a prize. There should be a prize.
Do you guys like the dunk contest? Like that stuff?
Okay. The dunk contest,
the dunk contest.
Okay, I know I wasn't born, right? But like the dunk contest, like with Vince Carter and like Tracy McGrady, like I ain't gonna lie, that's prime. Like,
that was just G League guys.
Even 2016, Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon, that was the greatest dunk contest I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I watched that personally.
Pretty cool. That was 2016.
That was 2016.
And, they do say 2026 is the new 2016.
See, that's what that right much. There is gonna have me in some shambles, bro. Like, no, because who are they gonna put in there? Okay, so let's talk about it. Who would we have in the dunk contest this year? We can't have anybody.
Mac McClung. And guess what
He's
team
a
he's on?
G-League guy.
The
He's on the Windy City Bulls.
Windy City Bulls.
They're gonna drag him up like they did the
Back
last.
to the club.
Bro, mind you, the last 2 years he won back to back because they had nobody else to put in the conversation.
Okay. Look, I don't mind. G League guys are fine, but if I am going to go to NBA All Star Weekend, I want to see NBA All Stars, not minor leaguers.
Yeah,
real.
Hey,
or at least try in the
am
game.
I just crazy?
Right, try. They don't play no defense. Just be shooting half court. Like Steph Curry and Dame.
If that was
shooting half court.
If it like 5'10".
If it was the G League All Star game, fine, fair enough. But it's not. It's not. Why do they do this?
I don't know, man.
It'd be like having the home run derby with like only prospects.
No kidding.
Yeah, but have you ever seen
I'd watch that, bro.
I'm saying, you ever seen a player on a jersey that felt so wrong? It's kind of like like the SHAQ on the Celtics. Well, Jonathan returned to the ring. You know what I'm saying? In a Jets jersey, and I just thought that was
Michael Jordan wearing a baseball jersey.
I'm saying, I just think that was so weird. So it had me thinking about, you know what I'm saying, players in weird jerseys. Talking about that coming up next on Scoreboard Therapy.
When car dealers fight for your business, you win. AutoJudo.com makes car buying fun by letting dealers compete for your business live. Real-time Auto Judo fights are the fast and easy new way to get multiple dealers' best offers on any car you want. It's free and anonymous. Only the dealer you select as the winner of your Auto Judo fight receives your contact info. And you're never obligated to buy, so test drive your best deals now at AutoJudo.com. Dealers fight, you save.
Big Apple Bagels at the corner of Jefferson and Exeter says, get fresh with us. Stop in for 3 free bagels. Just mention you heard it on the radio. Big Apple Bagels says, sample the Oreo cookie bagels or the Oreo cookie and cream cheese, as well as delicious pumpkin cream cheese. Try Booster Gourmet Coffee, along with big, soft, chewy bagels at the Big Apple Bagels. Open 6 to 6, Monday through Friday, 7 to 5, Saturday, and 7 to 2 on Sunday for your convenience. Go to BigAppleBagels.com and punch out a coupon for 3 free bagels. Big Apple Bagels at corner of Jefferson and Exeter. Enjoy it.
Odyssey Cruise, Sunday, May 8th. Treat mom like royalty aboard an Odyssey Cruise. Experience a lavish Mother's Day brunch or early dinner cruise with spectacular views of the Chicago skyline, lively entertainment, great food and fun. But hurry, our Mother's Day cruises are selling out fast. For information on Mother's Day and other cruises and events, go to odysseycruises.com or 866-305-2469. Create lasting memories and celebrate mom with a special Mother's Day cruise on a Odyssey Cruise. Odyssey Cruises, 866-305-2469 or odysseycruises.com.
Did you know that Club New in Aurora is the ultimate entertainment complex? Monday nights! It's free football and darts in the sports bar.
Touchdown, Chicago!
Tuesday night is league night. Join the pool or dart teams. Wednesday night is ladies' night at Club New. All ladies get in free. Gentlemen pay a $5 cover after 9 p.m. Alright. Thursday night starts the weekend off right with college flashback night. Low price drinks, retro music, and an awesome buffet.
This is a tasty burger.
Friday and Saturday night. It's the hottest dance club in the suburbs. Club New Nightclub and Sports Bar is located at 2121 New York Street in Aurora.
Sit back and relax on your couch because we're here with Scoreboard Therapy.
All right, we're back with Scoreboard Therapy, and yeah, I was just talking about like these players who just were on like random teams, like it just didn't make like again like that's why we did the Celtics SHAQ, because SHAQ on the Celtics is just like a weird stint because we're used to him on the Lakers or even Orlando or even on the Heat. It's just like a weird stint, so that's why I brought up Jonathan after he returned. He came back to United Center, and just seeing him in a Jets jersey just did not feel right to the like public. So it just had me thinking about what players are in that category. They're just on like in a weird jersey, and it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, and Josh was talking about Jonathan Taze. Just to not get confused, he returned against the Blackhawks last night in a Winnipeg Jets jersey, and it just doesn't feel right after all those championships with the Blackhawks. I mean, I feel like when we touched on a little bit. One right off the back was like Ken Griffey on the White Sox.
Yeah, that just doesn't.
I mean, Ken Griffey. I mean, amazing baseball player. Obviously, you remember the Seattle. You remember the Reds. I don't even know who remembers the White Sox, but as a Chicago fan, I remember the White Sox. I mean, Who's another guy that we were talking about?
Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, Patrick Ewing on Orlando doesn't feel right. On the Supersonic doesn't feel right. Akeem on the Raptors don't feel right. Allen Iverson on the Grizzlies.
I was gonna say Iverson in Detroit.
Well, yeah, that was weird because they won. They were winning. They won, and then he got like an all-star starter void or something like that. Yeah. They were winning. It was kind of weird. Like it's just so weird to me, man. I don't know. And then we had like to me like Brandon Roy, because I was so used to him on the Timberwolves. Brandon Roy on the Timberwolves felt weird. Even though he was from there, it felt weird because it was just
Steve Nash in a Lakers jersey.
It felt really weird because it was just like you're so good on the Suns and you were really good on the Mavericks. It's kind of like you just went to the Lakers and you just like even like Dwight Howard on the Hornets didn't feel right. That don't sound right to me. I don't know. There's a lot of flip around. It was weird. And Sean Kemp on the Cleveland Cavaliers when he got big, that was horrible. Very horrible still, but like he was just like very big. I feel like
it was a horrible. That could be a list of athletes that have let themselves go.
Yeah. Oh, we could have a whole list about that.
Just off the top of my head, like Jameis Winston.
Winston, Lord. Oh my God.
I feel bad for the guy, honestly. Like I'm not like ripping on him. It's bad for some of these situations, All right, what about the NFL? You can't go wrong with seeing Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice
not in a 49ers.
And a Seattle jersey was weird, but it was pretty decent. Like he was pretty good.
I got a weird. I mean, what do you think it only has to do with where players built their legacy at? Or like, okay, like for me, one right off the bat, Drew Brees. I mean, does anybody really remember him being a Charger? No, because he started his career there, broke his shoulder, arm, some really bad injury, and then next thing you know, if you think of Drew Brees, you're thinking of New Orleans Saints all day long. So like, does it matter? Does it matter just like where you start your career, where you finish, or just where you build your legacy?
I think it's where you build your legacy because that's where you're most remembered at. Like obviously you start off at a certain team and then you get traded. Well, you're probably, unless they're like decent enough to be remembered from when you first started, your main team is where you build your legacy at. So like for Drew Brees, like he just got injured, so it's kind of like you can't really give him the nod for the Chargers. So it's kind of like when he got to the Saints and he did this amazing thing, got him a Super Bowl ring, 2009. That was like, yo, he is a Saints for life. So it's like that's kind of like it's different. It's kind of different for certain players, but for like in terms of Drew Brees, it was more so he built a legacy in Saints, so he was a Saint for life, kind of like that.
I also think it also depends on where you win your title at. So Matthew Stafford, I would see him in a Lions jersey if they retired it ever, but wins the Super Bowl with Los Angeles, can't consider him a Lion, right?
I mean, he played most of his career as a Lion though. So.
Right.
I'm going to argue with that statement because it doesn't feel weird though. Like if you only get traded 1-2 times,
it's like Jared Goff. Same thing. They got something for Jared Goff. Like he went to the Rams. He was winning with the Rams, and he got traded to the Lions. And they're not doing good. So
I don't think
I got a couple of Chicago players. Red Wings to Blackhawks. Patrick Kane and Chris Chelios.
Yes, Patrick Kane is the big one. It's kind of like he was so.
Chelios is a staple in Detroit. Chelly's chili, and he's got restaurants here, and he's an all-around decent fellow. But going back to what you said. I think it's an interesting argument.
I feel like it has to feel weird. Like the biggest one, I feel like everybody's like, "Oh, Michael Jordan on the Wizards,"
but it's like
because everybody knows it.
And wasn't he a part owner too?
He was an owner, so he came back on some like, "Well, I'm ownership." So
on some bullshit,
right? What are we talking about, man? Let's run that back.
But no, like that one doesn't feel weird where it's like, okay, everybody knows that. I feel like it's the weird ones where like you almost don't know. Like Manny Ramirez on the White Sox. Like what? He was on the White Sox or you almost can't remember.
That was crazy.
Or I mean Vince Carter on kind of some of those. I mean,
he was a journeyman.
Cabrera played for the Mariners. That's where
he was a journeyman towards the end of his career. So it was kind of like, but like seeing him on like the Kings and the Grizzlies is like,
that's right. I like what Josh says there. A lot of times at the end of your career, you're bouncing around. You're just trying to stay in the league, make a little bit more extra bucks.
So it's kind of like you can't do that. Obviously, we remember him for the Raptors, maybe even the Nets. But he's moving around so much. We got used to him moving around so much.
Carmelo.
Okay, Carmelo is Denver if you're really tapped in.
Yes.
And Knicks. But it's like he also was
Trailblazers.
He was decently good on the Thunder. And he was also on the Trailblazers and the Lakers, so it's kind of Trailblazers is where he kind of accepted his fate.
I got a Pippen Bulls jersey, but Pippen on
Trailblazers.
which is interesting.
But he was good though. Like they went to like the conference. They went to the conference finals in like 2000. They were really good. Like you know what I'm saying.
And that's why we went and got him. And that's where I feel like if you build a legacy with a team, I mean, you can build it with two teams, but like it's more of like those like random one-offs. I feel like if you have a just one-off. Brett Favre. Right. I mean, I feel like you remember him, obviously Packers.
Right.
Then you're like, oh yeah, he made it to the playoffs with the Vikings.
And then he was on the Jets. But the Jets were like, ew, like no.
It's like what that happened.
That's disgusting.
Thanks. I mean, now you almost think of Aaron Rodgers in the same way. Like, oh yeah, Jets.
Yeah, he was on the Jets. Song stinks, and now we think of him on the Steelers, where he got him to the Super Bowl playoffs. But it's like it's kind of it's basically like it's kind of like that.
Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers. The fact that he even came back and they lost so many games, bro. Oh my god, because they were like 8-1. Then they traded for Sauce, and then they went on this streak of losing. They didn't even make the playoffs. Well, that was pointless.
And then there's someone like Tom Brady who's won so many Super Bowls that he wins the Super Bowl in Tampa Bay.
And they love him in Tampa Bay.
It doesn't feel weird.
It doesn't feel weird
because they love him in Tampa Bay.
Cam Newton.
Him in New England was really. It was kind of like because they made playoffs, but it was like he wasn't.
You wouldn't count him as that. You'd be like, oh, Panther Super Cam, right?
But you remember him. But there's a stint where he was like a couple years. He was on the Patriots. He was doing. You know what I'm saying?
I remember Cam Newton for his style. He was this cool.
His style was up there, right?
That was a little sidebar. I forgot to bring this up. Did you guys see that Cam Newton and I guess Drew Brees were in like a couple of QBs because they didn't start on a roster this year? The Broncos could sign them to like a little contract if they're probably
honestly, bro.
But like I'm just saying,
Cam Newton on the Broncos. Cam Newton,
that's a good topic. Like, who would you sign for Denver?
Cam Newton, bro, because I think he can still play, bro. Cam Newton, bro, on the Broncos right now. Tell me he couldn't give the Patriots a problem, bro.
He already knows their playbook.
Tell me he couldn't give the Patriots a problem, bro. He knows their playbook. You can't tell me he wouldn't give them a problem.
Hey, maybe that will be a guy again who's like, yeah, Cam Newton.
Yeah, we're not worried about saying him. We're not worried about saying him. Let's just put in Cam Newton.
If
he could take if they sign him, bro, and he takes him to that Super Bowl, oh my lord.
No, that'd be a story. That'd be a story.
We're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna have a conversation, bro.
That'd be a great story.
There's just players that you know them for the I wanted to bring up this one. Nick, I didn't know you have your
sign Colin Kaepernick.
Bro, he got blackballed like a mug.
Oh, he got screwed over. We could talk about that for an hour.
Nick, I need you to look up this picture to show Josh. I wanted to show this on camera. So you're gonna look up
my reaction to this?
Ochocinco and Terrell Owens Bengals Batmobile. Because I mean, we know T.O. We know Ochocinco, obviously number 85.
Changed his name to his number.
He was always open.
Yeah,
it's death, taxes, and 85 always open.
But no, yeah, Terrell Owens being on the Bengals. I thought that one was
I remember him being on the Bengals. I don't remember what he's talking about, so we're gonna see right now.
Oh, nice.
Did you see the Batmobile?
Is that the original Batmobile from the Adam West movie or TV show?
Okay, now I see.
They used to pull up in a Batmobile.
That's pretty sick.
Games. And I don't know. I was a huge Chad Johnson Ochocinco fan, and once they signed T.O., I honestly became a Bengals fan at that point because I thought that was, crazy.
I have a buddy who's a diehard Cincinnati fan, and I feel bad for their fan base, kind of, because they put a lot of investment into some of these teams.
Bro, they need
right on the
defense bad. They need defense bad. They have a really good offensive core. They need defense. They need an O-lineman because Joe Burrow keeps getting hurt every damn 2 games.
Yeah, you can't. You need a quarterback that can, have a little more longevity. You can't get bumped and bruised in the NFL.
Bro, if Caleb Downs is still around, I would go get him right now.
I couldn't do it.
Didn't LaDainian Tomlinson and Frank Gore have like little stints, or Adrian Peterson?
Yeah, he had a stint.
He had bounced around. But would you ever even consider?
No, he's a Viking to me.
Viking. I mean,
he's a Viking.
Tomlinson, Charger.
Frank
Gore. I thought he bounced around.
Did Marshall Falk play anywhere besides?
He was on 2 teams. Marshall Falk. He's a Ram to me. He's a Ram to me. He's a Ram.
I thought he played somewhere else.
He's a Ram to me.
Junior Seau, he was a good player back
He's a
in the
good
day.
too, right?
Feel bad about that, man. It's committing suicide. Mental health.
Yes. So it just has to, at the end of the day, if you build a legacy with, if you build a legacy with two teams, now, we'll be talking about this, I guess, in a few years, but does Tom Brady's jersey get retired with the Tampa Bay and Patriots?
I think so. If you were lucky to have Tom Brady
pay for your Stafford too, I think Stafford can make a case for the same thing because with Rams and the Lions.
Oh, I don't know about that.
The Lions would be a tough one. I mean, he'd have to win a championship with the Lions.
You have to come back.
Oh, come back.
You have to come back, bro.
Me too.
It's almost as if and especially I feel like nowadays in this culture of sports, players are getting traded all the time. You don't see the player that stays on the same team for their whole entire career and maybe have that one-off season.
Right. That is why
they don't feel like the loyalty anymore.
This is why I think
every 2 years, every 3 years.
This is how I feel about Lamar, bro.
Yeah,
this is how I feel about Lamar because it's like this. He's been on that team since he got drafted in 2015, so it's been 10 years.
Yes.
So he hasn't even got Super Bowl yet. What are they going to do with him? Is he going to stay there for the rest of his career and have a one-off, or are they just going to flip him when he goes to another team and then he maybe wins?
I think by keeping players on a team all that time, it's a benefit of the actual team, and you're screwing players over by not letting them go out and on the free agent market or
Dame on the Bucks
to make more money.
Damian Lillard on the Bucks because he was so good on Portland, and he had that stint in Milwaukee, and then he got hurt, and then he came back to Portland because he loved Portland so much to lose.
But a guy like that, I appreciate. I appreciate that he tried it. He tried to go get a championship because honestly, he knew the Trailblazers weren't going to bring him one. Let me go get a championship real quick. Didn't. Obviously, whatever happened, got hurt, didn't happen. But now he's like, you know what? I love this fan base so much. I'm going back to Portland. They love me.
That's pretty cool.
And no matter what, he's gonna go down as a Portland legend. And
he's gonna get a jersey
part
retired.
Of the community. That's what Derrick Rose.
I don't know if he's gonna get a jersey retired because
Joakim Noah.
They retire some players. They should retire some players.
Yao Ming.
Yao Ming, bro. Oh my God, Yao Ming.
I know what Yao Ming
had such a good run, but he was just so tall that his knees couldn't hang up. He played 9 seasons.
Yeah.
He was an all-star 7 seasons, bro. And Tracy McGrady, if they stayed a little longer, they would have won.
What about players that allow them to renegotiate their contracts in order so that teams can buy more people? I'll take more money. I'll take less money now.
Well, that's what Tim Duncan did every year. That's why he was so successful. And that's why he was so. You see why he won 5? You see why he won 5? Pay cut. Oh, let's do a pay cut. That's Curry. Pay cut. That's why they signed KD. They won 2 more. Pay cut after pay cut. They do pay cuts.
What would you value more, the money or a ring?
Ring. You see, this is why we value. Okay, look, Dirk Nowitzki's number ring has blood on it. We value that more than KD's too because he went to another team. He couldn't get it done in Thunder, so you have to go join the opposite, the team that he just lost to.
But who started this? LeBron?
Yeah, remember when they had that whole thing
LeBron,
where they got to choose where they wanted to go?
Lost to the Celtics, bro. He went to the Heat. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But LeBron's different. He went back to his hometown and got him a check.
He did. Okay, so he went back.
KD, if KD goes back to Thunder, if he goes back to Thunder right now, oh my God, I'm gonna stop watching basketball. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna stop watching basketball. Oh my God, bro, that's scary, bro. But hey, yeah, KD, this. That's why you value certain people because they one of their ring means more than others. You could say football, right? Stafford's ring has blood on it. That's blood on it.
That was a pretty good game.
But talking about what Nick said, the championships, that's why we had Duncan for so long being great. Talking about if championships or rings means more, but I feel like some of this has to go on the ownership. Owners, sometimes they don't want to.
That's why Harden left.
They don't want to pay the players. It's you're not going to pay me? Guess what? I have a team that will.
Why James Harden left the Thunder in 2012.
I blame owners more than players, and especially, I guess I relate this a little bit more to baseball. Money's guaranteed. So as a baseball player, yes, you might have guys that stick on a team a little bit longer because their money's guaranteed for all these years, and that's why you have the Juan Soto contracts or the Bonilla Day contract where he's getting
a 10-year contract.
But then you have
baseball contracts. Oh my God,
football and basketball where these players really. I know football's trying to implement guaranteed money. I believe.
Yeah, but
basketball, you get hurt. I mean,
you still get paid. Bradley Beal is hurt throughout the season. He's getting paid. He has the worst contract I've ever seen.
I think so. That should be the case.
That's the worst contract I've ever seen in my life.
But if you worked a job somewhere and you got hurt when you were on the job, you still get paid regardless, even if you couldn't do it. You know, you should.
Off.
But it's like, I mean, you guys don't want to hear my views about how I feel that
Daniel Jones, same thing.
They take advantage of all these people and jobs.
Daniel Jones, the same thing.
Like, care more about rings than money, and then so we don't have to pay you as much.
I mean,
no, it's the owners. I mean,
if you're in a position to win a ring,
go get a baseball lockout coming up.
I'm saying,
the owners.
If you're in a position to go win a ring, go get a ring. Or, like it's like if you're not in a position to go get a ring, then you can get the money is important. But like if you're in a position where we're building around a team, just take less money to go get this championship.
So you're in a specific situation.
If you're in a winning predicament, take less money. Let's get this win.
What if? And I'm gonna argue this, and this might be our last one. But what if you're like that rookie or like that guy who isn't getting the tick, and you're like, okay, CJ Gardner-Johnson,
right?
You think he should take a pay cut to be back on the Bears this year, or go make his money that because he came into the Bears organization, right? And he wasn't. I mean, he wasn't picked up. He was released by a team, but after this year with the Bears, he's gonna get a contract. It might be a good 3-year, 4-year contract. And guess what? Maybe he's not gonna win a Super Bowl again, but he just helped his livelihood for the next 4 years because of how good he was on this Bears team. And that's where these contracts, and that's why we get these guys that bounce around and have a 1-year stint, because some of these. I mean, if you're a younger guy and you need to try to make a name for yourself, you're gonna take that next contract, because you can't risk not take another 1-year deal. You get a life-ending, season-ending injury. You can't play football anymore. You got a 1-year deal. Hey, you're done playing football. Go find another job. You get an 8-year deal, and I mean, you get hurt. Yes, they're going to be paying you for 8 years, but you signed the contract. I mean, that's part of it. And that's just why you get.
CJ is different.
He was released by the Ravens.
CJ's different, bro. It's like CJ. He can go to another championship level team and make him better. Like that's the thing with him. It's different. Like let's say Darius Slay, who's completely past his prime, who's on the Steelers. He like you can't do much with him. So it's kind of like he's a money guy. CJ's a let's win guy. He can still win. He still put up winning stats on a championship team. It's just levels to this. But you feel me? That's all we have today, man, for the Scoreboard Therapy. We had a great conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Nice group therapy session.
Therapy session about the Celtics SHAQ situation, man. But
and make sure you get your Celtics SHAQ
jersey. You should promote that. Promote the Celtics SHAQ jersey. You feel me? But yeah, we just here to wrap it up. You feel what I'm saying?
Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Drew.
Thank you for tuning in. We got Drew here. You got Nick here. I'm Joshua, and thank you for joining Scoreboard Therapy. We'll see you tomorrow.